Well, we just finished with Photoshop preferences, and I'd just like to add that you really need to look at those every once in a while, because anybody who uses Photoshop on that computer can change the Photoshop preferences, and if they do, you may not like the results that you're getting. So if you're having any problems at all, I would suggest that you do that. The other feature that needs editing is, and I guess again I have to get the Photoshop working here before it will show me the color settings. And you can see it's the general purpose defaults for North America, but it uses sRGB, which is a terrible working space. It's the lowest of all common denominators for color, and is not very good to work with. This is the space for the web, where people may have monitors that are really horrendous and don't reproduce hardly any of the colors at all. This gives you the best lowest common denominator, but is totally wrong for printing. We basically have a choice of all of these, but we're going to be using Adobe RGB because it is the standard for printing. The ProPhoto RGB is coming into greater and greater use now as the camera chips are able to see colors which are beyond the gamut of Adobe RGB. And but most of the screens will not show the extra colors of ProPhoto RGB, and the print certainly won't at this point. So we're just going to, for Photo 1, we're just going to use Adobe RGB. And you can see it changes the name to custom right away. Now, you really don't have to do anything else here. What this is going to do is it's going to preserve the embedded profile. So if you translate it properly from the Camera Raw translator, in other words, use Adobe RGB there, then all of your files will be properly placed. The only thing you don't want to do is keep on changing the color management or the profile or the working space for the images, because it will eventually hurt the files and make them lose colors, especially if you go from a large color space to a small color space and then try to go back again. You just won't have all the colors that were there originally. And the only thing else we have to do, this is all we check more options like this, and so I have to check more options. And the only thing we want to do here is to make perceptual our standard for conversions. So that's all we really have to do, and we can save this as well, and you can put your name on it or AR1710, something like that, and then just save it. And you get to write a description here, which you don't have to do, but you should probably change this, either delete it or just say for printing, because that's still our prize product. So basically that's all we have to do. And just like preferences, the color settings you need to change. You need to restart Photoshop in order to make them work. And that's it.